Welcome to Let's Grow Texas Ag, showcasing unique farm and ranch stories of the South Texas coastal plains. First-hand knowledge with special guests presented by our very own and well-known host, Joe Adams. Pull up a chair and enjoy as we share some of the heritage and insightful stories that have made us proud Texans. Let's Grow Texas Ag, sponsored by Scherer Kubota, Trust Texas Bank, and Weber Motor Company.
All right, welcome back, folks, to Let's Grow Texas Ag. We're out here at the old Deep Roots Ranch with old buddy, Mr. Buddy Lee. Well, we got a beautiful morning for it now.
Yeah, you betcha. It's looking good.
It's looking good. I wish that when that north wind came in, I wish it had a little more rain with it.
Boy, I'm telling you, we are in sad shape. You see all this clover wanting to it wants to jump up and shout, but it's got to have some push water.
Well, I know some of these old red Angus cows down here, they sure like it.
Oh, I mean.
I tell you what, that's an amazing story about this tree, Mr. Buddy.
Well, you know, as I said before, that was a corner post for many, many years, and we decided that we're going to give it some better treatment. So we took all that fencing off of it, and
that tree's seen a lot of full moons, you know it. Just think of the changes in our part of the country, the history that tree's seen. It's just, you know, you can dive off in that rabbit hole and get a little deep.
Oh yeah, you know, every time we have a full moon, I think about every living thing has viewed that full moon. Yeah. And that full moon, I know it brings a lot of people together, but it just seems like we ought to be better at getting along.
We all look at the same moon, don't we?
Yeah, same moon, same deal. Yeah. You know, and I'm always amazed at a cattle trail. Have you ever thought about that?
Yeah.
Why isn't it in a straight line? What made them zig, zag, zig?
You know, I've been around cattle trails a long time, and I don't know that I've ever seen one that's just straight.
No.
You look at the one right in front of it.
Yeah.
It looks like a snake made it.
I've got one back over here in another trap, and it just all of a sudden just takes off to the left and comes back around. I don't get it. I guess that's what keeps us going, the curiosity of, well, what don't you get?
Yeah. Yeah. You skin that one and I'll bring you another one.
Yeah.
You know, and the interesting thing about it is, they didn't have to make it curve.
No. Nobody put any pressure on them. This is their idea.
Yeah, they never heard that deal, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line.
That's right.
You couldn't prove that with cow track.
Nope. But I tell you what, that's what a good cowboy knows.
Yeah.
He knows that he's got to let that cow think it's their idea.
Absolutely.
And when they do, then you just kind of get in behind them and say, boy, what a good idea.
Yeah.
I tell you, that new fence I got, I
was going to say, you put in a lot of work out here.
I tell you, old Lane Putnam Ranch Services, he has helped me so much and done so much good stuff. I can't say enough good things about him.
Well, you can tell he's proud of his work.
Oh yeah. I tell you what, I had another kid that did some ranch work for me out here, and right when he finished off that twist, I mean, it looked like somebody was planting a whip.
Yeah.
And you know, it's the little things like that that make you say, you know what, that guy's, he is something. I've never asked Lane how much is it going to cost. I've never asked him that. He always treats me good. See, he bulldozed all that down in there.
He's kind of a jack of all trades.
Oh, he is. And he, you know, everybody's got a talent. I think one of your talents is you're a really good storyteller. And I think you're a really good listener. But his talent, he can just see a situation, and it just comes to him. And I get some pretty good ideas, but I can't make them happen. That's my problem. I can't call on them. They just kind of show up.
I don't know. I think it's pretty interesting. You know, anybody that's been in a business for 50 years, and then you had shown up to be doing something right there. But it's amazing, you know, like we mentioned, like your photography work, you have an eye for pictures and what makes a good picture. Now, there's no doubt about that.
Well, you know, I didn't realize being in dentistry, I always had a flair for making beautiful smiles.
Yeah.
That was always really of interest to me. I always wanted to fix them out. You know, I'd restore the mouth, but on top of that, you got to have that hood ornament.
Yeah.
And so I always liked to have that thing looking good. But when I got out of dentistry, I took that hat off and I put this hat on.
I love it.
Yeah. So
And you know, kind of like old Bob Seger says, turn the page.
that's right. And I tell you, I've got you watch. I mean, when you go through retirement, it's just you.
Yeah.
And so how do you take that hat off and put another hat on? Can you find another hat?
Yeah.
And I think that's what keeps me in really good shape is I've got ideas. I'm planting trees whose shade I'll never sit under.
Yeah. But
So
look at all of it. Our forefathers did the same thing.
yeah, oh they did, and that's the thing. You know, some of them like over Victoria, some of those big ranches, those guys had a vision of, let's see how big we can get. And others had visions of doing it this way or that. See, this is where we've done some work because we had a bad crossing there, so we fixed all this up, and I hope it captures some water because I've got a really good wood duck. Long lake there that they like.
Well, there's not much of it. I don't know that there's any more beautiful bird in the wild than a wood duck.
No, there's not.
But it's kind of part of your master plan to kind of create habitat.
Well, you know, that habitat was here before I got here, before anybody got here. And why not try to figure out how to maximize revenue centers to keep this thing going? I mean, you're not going to get it off a duck hunt.
No.
I mean, one shot, all those ducks are gone. So how are you really going to do it? And cattle is the answer for me. And I hope for the generations to come see it that way too.
looks like the hogs had
Oh yeah. No, I
hadn't left you alone. Like kind of like treating you like they treat everybody else.
well, that's one thing. That's one thing that you can just get rid of as many as you want to, because I'm sure there's a good reason for them, but I can't figure it out. I mean, they aerate the land, but boy, they sure leave it in a bad shape.
Getting where you can't drive over it.
Now see, this is a ridge right here of pecan trees. And look at these things. They're hundreds of feet tall. Look at them.
Wow.
Now they produce those little bitty pecans. They're not. I mean, they're commercial, but they're. You got to feel a lot of them to get anything.
I tell you one thing. These little RTVs like this, these Kubota RTVs, they are game changer in this kind of business.
You know, used to, you'd have to saddle a horse and to go check on things. And everything, and my family, they want to get this and that out here, you know. I said, listen, anything's got a beating heart, it's got maintenance to it.
Yeah.
And there's maintenance to everything. I don't care if you got something just sitting there, grass gonna grow around it, you gotta clean it up. But I love these RTVs because I've had, this is my third one, I think. And I love my Kubota. It's like I said, it's got about 7,000 miles on it, and it's never left this place. And of course, most of my equipment, I do have some other names.
Yeah.
But most of my equipment is, you look in that pole barn up there, it's all kind of orange looking.
Yeah.
See, we're still in pecans. It's
Boy,
so.
there's a mini pecan tree out here.
Yeah. The river is right that way, maybe 100 yards, and it's got, of course, it's got the river itself is probably about, I don't know, 15 foot down, and then you got this ridge, and you go over there, and then there's another ridge. There's about 4 ridges in here that it just steps up, and you have to think back. You know, I'm talking thousands of years, and just how all this was put together.
Yeah.
And what changes were made, and I mean, sometimes you get to experience that, and other times you just kind of have to try to figure it out.
Yeah, you know, it's travel around a little bit, especially down in this country kind of like this. A lot of times you're looking at a tree that's looked at by somebody hundreds of years ago.
Yeah.
You know, so there's been a lot of change, but there's a lot of things that pretty much.
I see this over here.
Yeah.
See, I'm going to capture some water when that river gets out and recharges. And that's, I've caught wood ducks in there too. So, yeah, I want this place to be a wildlife refuge, except for hogs. They don't get a pass. I even let coyotes pass, and boy, don't you shoot my bobcats. No, we're not doing that. Everything is got a balance to it. There's a rhythm to it. There's a rhythm down here. There's a rhythm in a cow herd.
Yeah.
I'm so lucky to be around these cows because, you know, as humans, we are a herding animal too.
Yeah.
you don't want to be out of that herd. And when they kick you out of the herd, it's very uncomfortable. Same way here. These old cows, you got internal fighting going on all the time. I mean, I'll have put some cubes out here or around the hay, and old cow will be standing next to another cow, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she just hooks her.
Yeah.
Just hooks her.
Yeah.
Well, what's that all about?
Yeah.
Did you know? Jackson County holds 48,000 heads of cattle.
So what is your breeding program?
Well, what we do is I keep pick my bulls up. My bulls have got the best life you can imagine. They don't do squat for about 9 months, except sit up there and eat, lay around. But I put them out March 1st. What we do is most of these calves come in December, January, February, and then we'll work them March 1st, and ear tags, medicine, everything, and then we put the bulls out March 1st. This year, and I've been doing this for the last 4 or 5 years, do about a 90-day breeding program, just like they talk about, and then we'll work them one more time in June. We'll pick up the bulls. Anything that came late, we'll work. And then in September, I have the vet come out here. The traveling vet, he's really good, Jared Henselka. And he brings his squeeze chute. I built those pins up there to accommodate his squeeze chute. And because he knows how to work it. It's all hydraulic,
Yeah.
and I mean, it looks like a concert pianist,
Yeah.
you know. And I want people to be comfortable with what they're doing. So he comes out and we palpate, do all that, and then whatever. If it's a first calf heifer, and if she's open, she doesn't stay. But if on her second calf, if she's open, we'll keep her, because you know it's hard for a heifer to as a 2-year-old to grow and also support a calf. And so sometimes it takes it out of them. They may be equally fine, but it'd be nice if they rebreed every year. But we give that bunch one more chance. But in an older cow, if she's open, she got to go. You either give me a calf or you give me yourself.
Yeah.
And I noticed I have two herds. One, the red herd that I put a really good bull. I got some good Brangus bull. In fact, that's half your herd, so you can't skimp on that.
And it's the cheapest part of your breeding program.
It is. And heck fire, you look at some of these little calves out here. And so this red herd are all cows that I've raised, and I'll put them back in I'll pull from this to get my heifer herd. And then I raise, I don't know what you're doing. You're out of spot, out of position. Yeah. Anyway, and then I'll I put a Brangus bull on those heifers, and then because they have small calves, and then we'll put them back in the herd when they're bred. But what I've noticed is this bunch has stayed in good shape for the most part, and that's due to their youth. Those cows are getting older, they don't have the teeth that they need.
Yeah.
And so I don't know how this little rascal got out, but I'm gonna let him work that out.
Give me open that gate.
No, he'll figure it out.
Well, they look good, Mr. Buddy.
Yeah, they do. They're doing good. Well, what else, Captain?
Man, I think that it's, I believe we about got her saucer and blue. Well, Mr. Buddy Lee,
Yes, sir.
it has been a great day.
Boy, it has been a good
I tell
day.
you what,
I'm telling you, I'm so glad you came.
Well, I appreciate you carving out a little time for
I
us.
love to be around a good storyteller.
Well, I can tell you one thing. I like listening to good stories, and you got plenty of them. You got a beautiful place,
Thank you.
and it's got a lot of history to it.
Yep.
And more than anything else, you're tied to it. You're hooked at the hip with it, and
That's
you're
right.
doing something about it, and you're going to leave it. Somebody's going to be lucky.
They sure are. You betcha.
You know, you kind of go around things and you look, and when you're in your office, I noticed the sign in there.
Yeah,
Kind of sums everything up.
it does.
Its life is like a camera.
Yep.
Focus on what's important. Capture the good times. Develop from the negatives. And if things don't work out, take another shot.
That's it, brother. Couldn't have said it better myself.
I appreciate you very much.
I appreciate you, Joe. Thanks a million.
Thanks for joining in with us. Don't
Thanks a
forget,
million.
folks, this is the time of year. There's lots of livestock shows going on around all over the county.
Yep.
Get out there, be part of a buyer's group. Get out there and support the youth of our country.
You
There
betcha.
ain't much better youth than if you're involved in 4-H and FFA. I'm gonna tell you one thing. That's a good deal. And we'll see y'all next time on Let's Grow Texas Ag.
Maybe you know someone that should be highlighted on our program. Let us know. Submit your story ideas to crossroadstoday.com/ag.
All right, folks, anytime y'all are traveling around DeWitt County in Quarter, Texas, in about the first part of April, y'all need to hunt up Lindenau Hall. The Poor Boys Barbecue is something you got to participate in. It's a Poor Boys Buyers Group that's been participating in the Quarter Livestock Show since 1981. This year we had over 300 buyers. They pull their money together, we buy kids projects, we have a big barbecue. The first Saturday in April, unless the first Sunday's Easter, then it goes to the second Saturday. We've been doing it like that every year. But everybody's invited. It don't cost anybody anything. We got a great group of cooks. They've been doing it for years. We'd love to see y'all out there. Become a part of, if you want to be a part of something, be a part of a buyer's group for a stock show. Support a kid. Boys has been having their barbecue and dance out here at Lindenau Hall ever since we started, all the way back to 1981. And I can tell you one thing, this dance hall right here being one of the great, if you're trying to dance all of the great dance halls in Texas, you got to start off with the right kind of hardwood floor, and you look out there. Anytime you're looking for the best place in the world to eat, and you really and truly you want to get off the beaten path, but you come down 953, finally in the Now Hall, you're going to find some great barbecue. All the ladies bring beautiful desserts, and I can tell you one thing, it is some kind of good eating, and that right there is truly off the beaten path. We'll see y'all next time on Let's Grow Texas Ag.
You've been watching Let's Grow Texas Ag. Special stories focused on the farmers, ranchers, and those who work in our agricultural industries in South Texas. Visit our website for more information and program schedules. Sponsored by Scherer Kubota, Trust Texas Bank, and Weber Motor Company.